How to define self-worth. Welcome to the School of Self-Worth Live. I'm Sam Osborne, the self-worth guy, and today we are talking about how to define self-worth. And I want you to remember one thing from this episode, and that is that self-worth is thinking and feeling that you are a valuable person. And I'm going to talk about what self-worth means conceptually. I'm going to give you some concrete examples and a creative metaphor. Let's go through those three things. So let's define self-worth conceptually. Self-worth conceptually is it's when you have value to yourself and others. It's when you can say yes to the things that inspire you, that give your life meaning, that lift your spirits, that make you enjoy life, that make you feel good about being you. And self-worth is also when you can say no thank you, to the things that you don't want in your life, the things that don't inspire you, the things that bring you down, or things that are you would consider negative influences, or maybe toxic relationships, or habits, or behaviors that you don't really want in your life. It's the ability to say yes to the things that are valuable to you and no to the things that are not. And I would also extend this to saying yes to the people that you want in your life and no to the ones you don't, because if you have self-worth, you would do that. You wouldn't want to hang out with people that bring you down. You'd want to hang out with people that bring you up. Let's look at some concrete examples of self-worth. First of all, I'm going to say that looking after your body, eating right, sleeping well, doing some exercise, that is a concrete example of doing something that is of value to you, that is going to increase your self-worth. Now I'm going to talk also about money. I would say that if you save your money, if you monitor your income and your outgoings, if you learn about investing wisely, if you don't gamble your money, these are things that are going to demonstrate self-worth. I would also say that the quality of your relationships will reflect your self-worth. And in fact, if you have relationships you don't want, then it might be time to say goodbye to some people, because that's probably not going to be doing very much for your self-worth if you have to continue being associated with that people. Little doggy outside, maybe he needs some self-worth. But I also think that the types of types of relationships you have reflect on how much self-worth you have. So if you want to have more self-worth, maybe hang out with people who have got more self-worth, and maybe it will rub off on you. And that goes with your relationships, your friendships, and your acquaintances. I'm also going to say that self-worth is when you can articulate your calling in life, your vocation, a spiritual calling in life, something that really gives you meaning and inspiration. Setting goals, that's another example of doing something for your self-worth to build it up. I'm going to say having a meaningful job, or a job that gives you satisfaction, not just a paycheck, but really allows you to contribute to the world, to the lives of other people. And maybe you've got a business that you really love and you put your heart and soul into it, and it makes you, or allows you to get paid handsomely. That's another example of self-worth. Educating yourself. I think that lifelong learning is definitely a great example of self-worth. And whether that's listening to podcasts, watching educational movies, materials, documentaries, or reading books, or traveling. I think travel is definitely a big part of your education and developing your self-worth, especially learning about other cultures and learning other languages. Okay, that's definitely going to do stuff for your self-worth. And having a loving family. Love your mum and dad. Love your brothers and sisters. And that's a good demonstration of self-worth, I believe. Now, a creative metaphor to define self-worth. I got this one from Joseph Campbell. Everybody knows who watches these videos that I'm a big Joseph Campbell fan. And he says that follow your bliss in life. And he says your bliss is like a slow burning log of fire. I love that. I'm going to also say that self-worth is a slow burning log of fire that sits on the fireplace in winter, keeps you warm. It's going to burn all night long. You can rely on that heat. And self-worth, when you get it right, when it's balanced, it's not this huge blaze of a thing. It's actually this slow, quiet, gentle heat that keeps you going throughout your whole life. And it's a beautiful, peaceful, balanced way to be. So that's self-worth in a few words. Let's summarize. So to define self-worth conceptually, it's when you think and feel that you are a valuable person. And if you've enjoyed this episode, I invite you to get my free gift. It's called Crush Imposter Syndrome Forever, the Starter Kit for Bulletproof Confidence. And you can get it at the links above on Facebook and LinkedIn, and below on YouTube, and in the description on Spotify. And you can also get it on the screen right now at samosborn.com/starter kit. And I invite you to join the School of Self-Worth Facebook group as well. Come and say hi. That's the best place to get hold of me. And if there's one thing you remember from this video, it's that self-worth is thinking and feeling that you are a valuable person. Have a great day, everybody. Go and get all the self-worth you need.